Friends, today's story takes you far beyond the sky, into a place where silence is louder than storms and where every second can decide between life and death. So stay with us till the end, because what you're about to hear is not just a space mission. It is a testimony of human courage. The story begins in the year 2093, when Earth had already lost 30% of its oxygen forests, oceans had become unstable, and the global temperature had crossed a point of no return. Humanity was standing at the edge of collapse, and every nation was desperately searching for a solution. Amid this chaos, the United World Science Council approved a mission called Project Horizon, a mission so dangerous that even trained astronauts refused to participate. The mission required traveling 9.3 million kilometers away to a recently discovered alien metal asteroid that was continuously sending unknown signals toward Earth. Scientists believed that whatever was inside that asteroid could either save humanity or destroy it completely. For this mission, only one person volunteered, Commander Rian Solace. Rian was known as the man who survived the impossible. He had once repaired a collapsing space station with his bare hands during a meteor strike. But those who knew him also knew that he accepted only those missions that nobody else dared to touch. If there's even a 1% chance of success, he would say, "I'll take it." On December 5th, 2093, Rian launched from the orbital platform Helios 7 in a single-pilot spacecraft called the Sentinel. Unlike normal missions, Horizon had no backup crew, no second ship, no rescue unit. If Rian failed, the mission would be abandoned forever. After 11 hours of travel, Rian crossed the Earth-Moon boundary and entered the region of dead silence. In space, silence is normal, but this silence was different. Even the sensors stopped making noise. The electromagnetic readings were flat, as if the universe itself had paused to watch him. Rian activated the deep scan radar and for the first time saw the asteroid. It wasn't round like normal asteroids. It was long, metallic, and shaped like a broken sword. Its surface had cracks that glowed with a faint blue light. "What kind of rock glows in the vacuum of space?" Rian whispered. As the ship approached, the blue glow suddenly intensified. The entire cockpit flickered. Sentinel's engines shut down for 0.3 seconds, just enough to send a warning through his spine. Mission Control panicked. "Commander Rian, your ship just lost power, abort approach." But Rian did not respond. His voice comm had gone silent. Inside the cockpit, Rian felt a vibration under his seat, like something tapping the hull from the outside. He unstrapped himself, floated slightly upward, and looked through the side window. For a moment, he froze. There were symbols carved into the asteroid, patterns almost identical to ancient Earth civilizations, but twisted in ways the human mind could barely process. The symbols pulsed, almost breathing. He recorded everything and tried contacting Earth, but the signal was completely jammed by an unknown frequency. Rian decided to continue. He activated the magnetic hook system and slowly docked the ship to the asteroid's surface. As he stepped out, his boots touched something that felt neither metal nor stone, something that felt alive. The moment his foot pressed down, the symbols beneath him lit up, forming a path. Rian followed the glowing trail, each step echoing through the asteroid in a strange metallic heartbeat. At the center, he found a split in the surface, like an entrance. Without hesitation, he activated his suit lights and stepped inside. The interior was impossible to describe. The walls were made of shifting metal that rearranged like liquid each time he blinked. In the center of the chamber was a sphere floating in midair, spinning without any visible energy source. It emitted the same blue glow that covered the asteroid. Rian scanned it. The reading shocked him. The sphere was generating oxygen molecules. Not just oxygen, pure oxygen at a rate that could sustain millions of humans. Rian couldn't believe what he was seeing. A machine, floating in vacuum, generating life. "This could save Earth," he whispered, but the sphere reacted the moment he came closer. Lines of light shot through the chamber, connecting to his suit. His heart rate spiked, his visor filled with unfamiliar symbols moving rapidly like a message. He tried stepping back, but his legs froze. Then a voice, not heard through ears but inside his mind, spoke. "You are late." Rian's breath stopped. The voice continued. "Your world collapses because it consumes without balance. This creation is not for saving, but for choosing." Suddenly, images flashed inside his mind. Earth drowning in storms, forests burning, cities collapsing, oceans rising like monsters. The voice continued, "Life must adapt or it will vanish. Choose whether your world deserves renewal." Rian gasped as the connection broke. He felt weightless, exhausted, shaken. But when he opened his eyes, the sphere was still floating calmly, waiting. He knew he had only two choices: activate the sphere and let Earth receive the oxygen pulse, which would reset global ecosystems, or destroy the sphere so that no one could misuse its power. He remembered humanity's history, wars, greed, destruction, but he also remembered courage, unity, sacrifice. Standing with trembling hands, he placed his palm on the sphere. It slowly glowed brighter. His suit sensors detected an energy buildup unlike anything ever recorded. Mission Control finally re-established contact. "Commander, what are you doing? Your vitals are unstable." But Rian smiled weakly. "I'm choosing hope." The sphere expanded into thousands of particles rushing out of the asteroid like a blue storm. Within minutes, Earth's atmosphere reacted. Oxygen levels stabilized, ocean winds calmed. Artificial satellites detected a healing pattern spreading globally. But as the sphere dissolved, the asteroid began collapsing. Rian rushed back toward the exit, but the path had already crumbled. With a final push, he launched himself into space, but there was no time to reach the ship. The asteroid exploded into blue dust, the fragments scattering like stars. From Earth, people saw a blue streak across the sky, brighter than any comet. Humanity survived, but the man who saved it became a legend. They called him the Last Light. Till this day, nobody knows where the asteroid came from, who created the sphere, or why Rian was chosen. But one thing is certain: sometimes the universe tests humanity not to punish it, but to see if it can still choose courage over fear.